my name is Ryan Singh, and today I'll be presenting with Jordan Lewis about public spaces. So these are our table of contents of what we will be talking about during this presentation. So to start off, what is placemaking? So placemaking inspires people to collectively reimagine and reinvent public spaces as the heart of the community. The first rule of public space is that the community is the expert. Some things that this includes are multifunctional inclusive spaces, social interactions, community-oriented spaces, and community engagement. These types of features enhance the resident's sense of ownership, identity, and pride. On the picture to the right, there's an example of a mural on the back of a building. This is an example of how the community is the expert because it shows social interaction and community engagement, because most murals actually incorporate the community to either take part in it or take part in making a decision of it, because they represent something behind the community or what they're most known for. These are more examples of community engagement. This was taken from the site you guys provided. This is called the Tappage Rouge Project. The picture to the left is the before, after, and the one on the right is after it was designed. On the left, you can see how it was had a very little source of light. It was secluded and it wasn't very clean or spacious. And on the right, you can see how they cleaned it up and they provided more plants and environmental resources, and it's a lot more spacious. So this is a community engagement as they interacted more with the environment, so that people could enjoy the area more. And then this is just the information and analysis behind what I just stated. And if you're looking for partners, so gaining partners through a project is extremely helpful because you could get additional insights and perceptions of different people. Everyone has a different point of view, so while working with other people, you guys can go through different ideas and build off one another. So some partners could be local institutions, museums, and schools. Also, partnering people could also make your project look better. If you're like working with a school, some people might find it interesting, being that you're working with like the future of generation or youth. The picture to the right is a project where they worked with different partners. These are more views of that same area where they work with different partners. This project is called the Urban Amenities Project. They worked with the Knowledge and Work Social Mission, or the PICO Collective Organization, and the community. So this goes hand in hand with my previous about how the community is the expert because they engage with the community so that they actually have a part in their area. And then this is the idea of arranging elements such as furniture in a space to bring people together. This can consist of angling furniture towards one another, creating triangular pieces, or adding a roomy furniture to outdoors. So the picture to the right is an example of this because it is a wooden framed structure. Although it's very simplistic, there is a bench that goes along the whole side of the frame, and it is they have plants hanging from the top as well as on the bottom. So they actually incorporate the environment to the structure, which makes people want to go inside and creates a socialization between. These are more examples of triangulation. So the picture to the left are just two different views of the same design. So this is like a wooden dome outside, in which people could go and sit down and lay down. And being that they're extremely close to one another, it would force them to interact. And as you can see, it's enough space for someone to sit like directly right in front of you. The picture to the right, I know it's blurry. I couldn't find a clear picture of it, but although it's just a simple bench, the angling of the two benches are very important because they're diagonal from one another. So even if people don't know each other, they'll be forced to talk because they're facing like right in front of each other. These are more examples of triangulation. So the picture to the left is actually provided on the site you guys posted on the stream, but I chose this one instead because there's a guy like jumping through the hole, so it shows more interaction within the space. But being that it's a wooden wall, there's a hole cut out of it. There's half of that hole on the floor, which could be used as a bench. And on the one on the right, this is another wooden open framed structure that is like similar to the one above in the first slide. And as you can see on the bottom, the benches that they're sitting on are angled towards each other, which forces them to interact. And information and analysis on both sides and non-building.
All right, they always say when producing good spaces, it's hard. It's inevitable to encounter obstacles, and this including multi-purpose spaces, appropriating public spaces, and designing for the community. And the picture over here is a picture of common unity. Next slide. Here are more images on common unity. Next slide. All right. This project is located in Mexico, and the main purpose of this project is to transform a sectored housing unit into the common community, designing with the community. And the images below are the before and after images. And before, it looks very bland and very like sectored, like gated a little bit. And here's the after image what it looks like now. And they removed all the fences, all the gates and stuff like that, made it look very nice, and turned it into a library / playground for people to enjoy. Next slide. Having a vision. The vision behind the project is based needs to come out of each community in order to introduce a sense of pride in the people who work and live in certain area. This includes attracting residents, connects culture and infrastructure, and types of activities. Next slide. And here are some images of the Hussein bin Talib Park. Next slide. All right. So this park is located in Russia, and the vision for this park was to clear signs of destruction and decay from public spaces in order to create an urban center for everyone. Next slide, please. Lighter, cheaper, quicker. The complexity of public spaces makes it difficult to do everything right initially. The best spaces experiment with short-term improvements which can be changed over time. This includes community gardens, outdoor cafes, and public art, like murals and things like that. Next slide, please. Here are some images of urban bloom. Next slide, please. All right. So this project is located in Shanghai, China, and is an experiment that transformed what used to be a parking lot into a sustainable garden relying on recycled material. Next slide.
And that is all. Thank you for listening.